Hi guys, this is Rizwan here from TechInet, and I will be your instructor for data science, Python programming language, business intelligence, business analytics, and so on. So if you want to learn about data science, data visualization, data analytics, or maybe a simple application but very strong application like Excel, you could tune with us. For today's video, I will be starting with data visualization. Before we go deep dive into data visualization, we need to understand what data visualization is. Data visualization is basically an art of displaying or presenting data to the non-technical personalities so that they can understand better of the insights of the business. They can take a precise decision for their business purpose. Since I will be using Python's Seaborn library, and this library is very useful for scientific analysis, business analysis, financial analysis, and any kinds of data analysis. It will be useful for you to learn. I have break down this video into several parts like pandas, Seaborn, matplotlib, and importing the data set, and we will show you how to visualize different kinds of graphs, how to analyze on some of the data set, and then we will conclude by the overall scenario where what we have analyzed. So let's jump into the computer and we will start our tutorial. If we start with what Seaborn is an open source Python library built on matplotlib, and it is used for data visualization for explanatory purposes on data analysis. Seaborn, a very strong library which could be combined with pandas, numpy, and different kinds of data science libraries. The graphs that can be created in Seaborn, it's very powerful, very easy to work. That makes the Seaborn very popular because it's very easy to work. Now we want to find out what are the prerequisites for this tutorial to follow along. You need to know and understand Python as a basic and understand the pandas libraries very well. It is good to have a matplotlib libraries installed. So I will show you how to install different kinds of libraries, and I presume you are trying to learn how to visualize for your data science career. Let me show you how to install this library. If we go to Anaconda Navigator, okay, so in this one here, cmd ex prompt, click it here and then install any libraries. Be pip install pandas. Let's start import library. So let's first get into all the libraries we need to import. So these are the libraries we have imported. One is Seaborn as SNS, matplotlib as PLT, SciPy, and pandas. Secondly, there are lots of data sets on Seaborn by default. So we can see data sets we have available to work on. So I can see that we got one we will be working on tips. So let's see how the data set is. Data frame of this data set. So let us put a def equal to SNS load dataset. Then I will copy paste this one here. I can then df dot head. So with the head I can see only 5 rows. The columns are total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time, and size. And by looking at the tabular data, I can understand that is the data set of a particular restaurant. Someone tipped $1 against $16 on the total bill, and the person was female and she was not a smoker, and the day was Sunday, and the time they have billed it was a dinner time, and 2% having that dinner, and so on. Now we will analyze, instead of going all the data set, we will analyze using different graphs. So what we are looking at today is a relational plot. There are 2 types of relational plot. One is scatter plot, another one is line plot. So let's see a rel plot. SNS rel plot. Now we want to see what is the relationship between total bill and tip. What we can see from our naked eye, that the total bill has a relationship with the tip, because when the total bill is increasing, the tip is also increasing. So how we can see this relationship with a visualization. Now let's call the data frame, let's see. So we can call sns.relplot, and then now we need a couple of things. From where the data gonna come, what will be our x-axis and what will be our y-axis. So the data will be data frame, this data frame here, because we have loaded the data frame on df, and then x is equal to total bill. Then we will come y equal to t. If I press enter, it will show me a scatter plot. Now in this scatter plot, I can very easily understand when the total bill was $10. Most of the tips were between $1 to $2, but there are some people, those who have provided maybe $4 or $7 when the total bill was around 10 or 11. That's exceptional, but we can say that there is a correlation, there is a strong positive correlation between total bill and tips. So if we look around here, then we can see that total bill and tips is increasing. So when the total bill is $50, the person is providing tips almost $10, and so on. And we can, if I plot a line here, that's not by Seaborn, I'm just using a line, so we can see it's not like this. If I plot a line from here, maybe it gives me a very good understanding that it is a strong correlational plot. And next next video, I will be sharing how to use other parameters to understand more about the data set. So stay tuned and see you later.